Now, the IGP leak tape saga, it goes on there, and Bugri Naabu has been in Parliament speaking on this issue, and he's authenticated the recorded content on the tape. Now, let me start with you, Elvis. What do you make of proceedings so far? Bugri Naabu is saying that yes, he instigated a recording, and that the voice on it is his, and he proceeded to give names of people who were the voices that were heard.
I think he is the principal actor in this case, and now that he has confirmed that everything on the tape is authentic, I don't think that we have to even belabor this issue. Number one, I see first as somebody who feels that he has to be IGP and thinks that the person who is there has more years in the service and I'll retire before the person, and is finding ways to get rid of that person so that he can be made an IGP. That is what I get from that kind of conversation. Okay. So I think it's somebody's personal ambition to become an IGP led to some conspiracy theories in the person's head, and the person thinks that I need to find somebody who can get to the president to find a way of firing the IGP and then making me an IGP. For me, I think that is the whole issue that I see here. And Bugri Naabu, who happens to be the person that the person intended to use to get to that position, also has different ideas. First of all, by his admission, he believes that if indeed what the people are saying, that Dampare being in office will not permit an MPP rigging or victory or whatever in an election, for him, he's only thinking about his party. So he thinks that I have to get this is the president and the party to know that this is what they say Dampare is doing. And therefore, why don't we do something else? So I think for Bugri Naabu, he was motivated more about
protecting
party.
the party.
That is the point. And he felt that maybe when he goes to say it by his mouth, they may not believe him. So he's looking for evidence to go and give that it's not me who is saying it. These are the voices who are saying it, so that the people can believe what he's telling them, so that in case they conclude that indeed the IGP will not be in their interest, then they find a way of getting rid of him. So for me, I think that it's about personal motivation. I want something. How can I get somebody to assist me get what I want? And it ended in all this. So now that he has admitted that, yes, he himself hired people to record it and mentioned the names of the people on the tape, I think that is much ado about nothing, because, first of all, he has not said that it is like MPP as a party or government who has gone to sit somewhere who think that the IGP is not in their favor and therefore should remove him. That would be a more serious issue. But if it is an individual's motivation, ambition, say, I want to become an IGP, and came out with a plot and somebody recorded this issue, I think that we should just take it that it's an individual ambition. I think the person
there were three officers identified.
Yes, he mentioned 3 officers. And the person who did this, it's made someone to say the tape coming out is good, so the IGP will know that, okay, there are people around who want my job. Even if when I'm doing my work well, it's not that. And interestingly, if you listen to that, they are not accusing him for not doing his work well. No. They are rather saying that he's doing his work too well. He's doing his work too well. So why do you want somebody to be removed because he's doing his work well? So I think that personal motivation for position led to all this. And for me, I'm happy to hear that it's not like government people or some party people who have gone to sit somewhere to plan against the IGP, but it is some individual's personal interest. So I think that we should just take it like that. I think the officers will appear before the committee, but I think that the man who recorded everything, who orchestrated everything, says everything you hear is true. I am behind it. It happened in my office. This is the rationale why I did it. I think that is done. Only that it's unfortunate that if this ambition had remained in the head of the officer, they might have retired honorably. But with this kind of revelations and things about them, you might be a fine police officer. You might not have committed any crime in the service. But that ambition that you wanted to achieve, now that is out, it casts a certain slur on all that you've done for the service in your life and everything. Some say, oh, there was once this big policeman, because he has a personal ambition to become an IGP, went and plotted for the removal of the incumbent IGP. I think that it's just a blot. It will become a blot on the image of those officers that have been mentioned as orchestrating this plot. So for me, I think that it's not a state orchestrated, it's not party orchestrated, it is some individual's ambition, and I think that we should leave it at that.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. What are your thoughts, Larry?
You know, I've been trying so hard to get my head around this whole thing, okay, and I'm having difficulty. So in case I don't make any cogent argument, I mean, don't fault me. It's because I'm still, having difficulty. First of all, this is a private discussion. Okay. So the three of us met. When we are done with this, we stand outside and chat a lot before we move on. And then one moment, somebody pulls out a tape somewhere, and it's out there.
Yeah.
Okay, that, oh, Larry Dugbe said this about, let's say, Summers, for instance, or the president, for instance, or the NDC flag bearer, for instance, and it's being played out there. I mean, it could be very discomforting. Okay. I'm saying this because then I think the biggest revelation yesterday was where he said that he gave the tape to the president.
Yeah.
The president of the Republic of Ghana.
Yeah. So in a certain sense, it's no longer a leak tape.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the next moment, the tape was being played on radio.
Yeah.
Again, that is a certain, a certain situation that I'm having difficulty with. So who leaked it? The president or the man himself? Because he said the only copy he had, he gave it to the president. Then the same man is telling you that after giving the thing to the president, then he called Asari, that is one of the officers, to ask him, how did the tape get out?
So if you know you are the only person who recorded
Exactly. And then the man, cuts the call. He calls back. He says he didn't pick. But before cutting the call, he had told him, listen, Asari had told him, listen, I'm going to deal with you in a manner you'll never forget. Okay, what kind of games are this? Who is playing the game? Who is playing the game? I think Bugri Naabu is controlling all this. Yesterday, he sounded like...
But he claims his life has been in danger.
From where?
From where? Since when?
He said that's
By
how he
who?
feels.
So, okay.
His life is in danger since the tape leaked.
Who leaked the tape? So, is he saying that there are two recordings now?
Which we don't know.
No, he's suggesting that there are two recordings. That one is from
The police side.
Police side. He didn't call the other officer, the senior officer,
The men's side.
but he called Asari
Asari.
to find out who
How
leaked.
did the tape get out?
Instead of calling the president,
But is he sure that he doesn't have a copy? He just handed over the whole thing to the
handed
president.
over everything
He
to the
doesn't have
president
a
and then washed his
And
hands up.
interestingly, I was even shocked that the committee asked, how come if he hired people to, why come his receptionists were arrested
Yeah.
during the investigation by the BNI? Why is that his receptionist, national security arrested them? Why didn't he tell them that, why were the people arrested?
I don't
So
know whether
I think
I don't know whether I heard him clearly. At the point he was concerned about the state as a body and then the insecurity. At the point in time, he was also concerned about the interests of his political party.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
And
Maybe also we should be patient and wait to hear from the officers.
what are we going to hear from them? When they walk in, they are going to admit that, listen, yes, those are my voices. Sorry, that is my voice.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
This one will say that is me. This one will say that is me.
What if they deny?
Oh, I doubt if they would deny. Because even for me, when I heard the tape initially, I knew Bugri Naabu's voice.
Okay.
Then I made a few calls my contacts within the police service. And they mentioned the officer's name.
Okay.
Okay, this is this person, this is that
so
person.
So they could tell.
Yeah, they knew them.
So it's difficult to deny.
It's difficult to deny.
Yeah.
And since this thing happened, it's about 3 or 4 months now. They haven't issued a statement denying. Usually they would have run to their lawyers to say that, listen, issue a statement on my behalf and that I want to deny or disassociate myself from this thing.
Yeah.
They haven't done that. I'm sitting here asking myself, where is this going? What is the committee seeking to find out? Do you understand? Yes, that was, that is my voice. The officer who is going on retirement will come and say that, yes, I said that. Okay, and I said that because, I think that this officer or the IGP is doing A, B, C, D.
And that's my opinion.
That is my opinion. And then that is it. The other one who is still in uniform would also come and say that, okay, yes, I was part of that, that meeting. All that the IGP can do, or the system can do, is to say that, okay, either we are punishing you for having that particular meeting. I don't know whether there can be any severe sanctions,
Can they be removed from the police service?
Oh, the president can do anything. They can retire you honorably or disgracefully. But for having a meeting, making comments about the IGP, the larger thing.
But if the president has appointed IGP, right, and you are seeking to remove the president's appointment, that is a suggestion that you are against the president's decision.
How was he going to? How are they going to?
They were actually appealing to Bugri Naabu to go and appeal to the president to remove the person. They are not saying they are going to remove him themselves.
Yes.
They say you are close to the president.
Yeah.
So go and tell the president that the man doesn't have our party at heart. So they should remove him. They make me IGP. You understand the point? So they are not saying we are going to use our own way of removing the man.
You know the
So you can't even suggest that there's
no.
Yes.
We know that he has the power. And we say go and appeal to him that he should remove the person and replace him with me.
Yeah. And for me,
it's lobbying.
The interesting thing about this whole thing is that where they came and said that, oh, you know what, the man is from Chibi. He says, he was born and bred in Chibi.
Yeah.
However, his mom is an Igbe woman, and then the dad is from Oti. I mean, all this. Where's all this going?
What does that got to do with
somebody's
anything?
personal ambition?
What does that got to do with anything?
Anything. Yeah. And at the time when he was saying that, he was proceeding on a terminal leave.
Yes.
Do you get it?
Yeah.
I mean, your time is over. You had attained the highest, one of the highest
positions. It's the highest.
In the police service. Commissioner is high.
IGP is an appointment.
You are going to retire on your salary.
Yeah.
And live comfortably thereafter.
No, he wants IGP
your grandchildren
he wants IGP salary.
He wants IGP salary.
That's what he's looking for.
But David, you see, the larger thing that we need to look at is the politics of that happens within the state institutions, the security services in particular.
It brings forward that issue of political.
You get it.
How people scheme to get
and how
favors.
A political party comes into office and they are looking for who has been wearing our colors all this while, and how we should appoint him so that he can do our bidding, such that when on a day when you feel that, listen, your professionalism will be at stake. No political party paid your school fees for you, and that you had to live by a certain standard. The very moment you go against what the expectation of the political establishment is, you have issues such as this, where your junior officers under you will be scheming
to undermine
you.
Yeah. Meanwhile, you are genuinely doing your job.
You are genuinely doing your job. You get it. We should get to that point where, in America, when parties change leave and then they change position, you have officers, particularly in the military, the joint chiefs.
Yes.
You have them in office, sometimes even for a whole tenure, they are still in office.
Yes,
and working, promoting the interests of America, promoting the interests, of the citizens and so on. But here in Ghana or in Africa, you have to a point where I'm told certain officers in the police service, military, and then other security services, they form cliques, political cliques, and they contribute and donate to political parties.
I see.
And that is the pool from which, when government change hands,
the
appointments are made from.
Appointments will be made.
I see.
Okay, and so then this one is going here. This one is our man. That one is not our man. For a while, we had an ADC for President Akufo-Addo, who became, I think, even a brigadier general, and he stayed in office. He stayed in that ADC appointment for a long time. The military establishment started having issues with it. That listen, you don't have a brigadier general,
the president.
providing security for the president.
Yeah.
At best, you have a colonel.
Yeah.
Or doing that job. And it took a while before the president eventually pulled him and then replaced him with another person. Why was the president, uncomfortable pulling him? It should be so easy, seamless, that you have another person, you finish your tenure, go, let another officer come and take over. That is the beauty of the game. That is how we can grow this country.
So it should be systemized.
Yeah, exactly.
Systematic.
Some of these things are actually.
That is why it's
they are there.
It's only that people are trying to use political instruments to rather
skew it.
The politics has permeated too deeply, if I'm using the right expression, in our everyday life.
Okay, all right.
And I think the IGP should be happy that at least they didn't say that he's incompetent. At least they admitted that he's doing a very good job.
Yeah.
So I think that the IGP should be happy.
No, they didn't admit though.
Oh, they said he's doing a good job and that he's been too strict. And that that's what they say he's been too strict. And that if they have to...
But did you hear Bugri Naabu on that? He says, in Kumewu, he did a very good job, and then the party won. But in Asin, the party, because the party didn't win, then he also became uncomfortable.
So, and in Kumewu there he did well.
Yeah.
But because MPP lost, it means they didn't do well.
He didn't do well, and that they could, and that
Anyway.
they were right about Kumewu. And then the man, but then they were wrong. The same man. Yes.
Kumewu there, they will.
I mean,
anyway.